Oh no. There it is.
So I just know it. Woo! Happy Monday, you little dummies. Thanks for tuning in to Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes. I am your stupid host, Justin Swinson. Thank you for popping on to the Trident Network here on Twitch and checking us out this evening. If you were just popping on to Twitch and you stumbled upon this show and you have no idea what's going on and you're thinking to yourself, oh man, Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes, the Trident Network, what is my algorithm giving me? This Trident Network, let's start with that. It's a digital entertainment network guided on three principles. That is connection, support, and accessibility. This is a place for artists from all over the world. They can put up their art here. They can present it to the lovely people here across the globe to be presented. You got live videos. You got podcasts. You got scripted sketches that you can see. You got all sorts of stuff that comes in all the time here on the Trident Network that you can check out. In fact, this coming Thursday, you can see one of our featured shows, Pilot Season. It's really fun. Every episode of Pilot Season, they basically come up with a completely new pilot of a TV show. It is must watch. I would say, please come and check it out. The easiest way to support the Trident Network right now, if you're watching, is to subscribe. If you're watching right now on the internet, all you got to do is, you see that button right there that says subscribe? Just press it, and then you're done. That's the easiest, quickest way you can get that done. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can do that for absolutely free. That way you can balance out the guilt of giving Jeff Bezos your money. If you don't have an Amazon Prime subscription, that's fine. To subscribe to the Trident Network, all you got to do is just $5. It's $5. That's nothing. I mean, that's basically a carton of eggs now anyway. It's fine. You don't need all those eggs. It's okay. Go 1 week without eggs for the Trident Network. Do it. Come on. All right. Now, almost forgot. I almost caught myself on that one, Val. I almost forgot to mention that we also have Dr. Pants Books on Tape, a new episode coming out this Friday, right, Val?
That's right. A new book based on The Wizard of Oz.
Ooh. I think that's the first movie I ever saw, actually.
Wow.
Or at least that I can remember.
Nice.
And there are a bunch of different podcasts that you can listen to. I know some are very pop culture based and they have been affected by the strike, but that doesn't mean you can't go back and check out the back catalog of previous episodes of shows like Anjali Vision, of shows like Pop Culture Period Piece, of shows like
D-commentaries.
yeah, like D commentary. I wanted to make sure. I was like, wait a minute, I'm pretty sure that one's
Mm-hmm.
the same thing. Yep, all three of those. You can check out the back catalog now because Val, correct me if I'm wrong. How many episodes is DCOM on now?
We are at 59 episodes.
Ooh, thank goodness I didn't throw a number out. I would have been way off. I would have assumed 100.
Oh wow, no.
You guys are like because you guys are like a machine.
This is the
Breaking them out.
first this is the first break we've ever taken.
I well deserved, honestly. Take a nice little break. All right, let's take a break from staring at just my face for this time and meet this evening's contestants. Contestants, say hello to the internet. Look at all their faces. So lovely, so lovely. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this thing right here. Let's meet them all one by one, starting with the contestant in the bubble closest to me right here. Yeah, I got it right. Contestant number one, introduce yourself to the internet.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dylan, and I had to take my cat to the vet today, so I'm really excited to win some money.
Oh, well, there is no money, but there are prizes. So maybe you can trade those prizes for money.
I think so.
I won't take it personally. All right, contestant number two in this bubble here in the middle. Introduce yourself to the internet.
I'm assuming that's me. Hello, my name is Kimi, and I would like both the money and the prizes. I do not have a
Okay.
cat, but I hope I could just get the money and the prizes.
Okay, once again, I must stress there is no actual money or cash being handed out this evening. Sorry. Contestant number three, all the way down on that farthest bubble. Introduce yourself to the internet.
Hey, I'm Joe. I've heard there's a lot of money at stake tonight, so I'm ready to try to win some of that. I'm really excited about money specifically. So I'm gonna get my hands on that.
You know what? I hate this, but also Val, give everyone a point for getting off a bit. That's fine. I ain't mad. I'm not that mad at it. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good bit. Way to yes and each other, everyone. Good job. Before we jump into tonight's game that has no cash on the line, we got to shout out our sponsor, the one, the only Dollar Value Plus. That's right, Dollar Value Plus, 6714 North Clark Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60626. You can take your cash there and buy many, many things. That's Dollar Value Plus. Wow. Man, oh man. You guys already have points. The game hasn't even begun. I will say to everybody in the chat, feel free to play along. Once again, can't stress enough, there is no money on the line, especially for you in the chat. But hey, I don't know, brag to your friends that you scored as good as somebody on an internet game show, and maybe you can be one of these contestants one day. More on that later. Let's jump into round one. Okay, friends, this one is a stupid game, stupid prizes classic in round one here. It is Where We Finna Eat At, one of my favorite games here on the show, but this is a special NFL kickoff edition. This is our last show here before the NFL season starts. Honestly, I watch less and less football every year, but you know what makes it good? The food you get to eat at the stadium. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this first round. Here's how this is going to work, team. I am going to give you a menu item that is served at an NFL stadium. All you have to do is tell me which location sells this item. It is multiple choice because I'm not a monster. I'm going to come to you one by one. Each correct answer will receive 1 point. So let's just jump right into it. And honestly, this one's delicious in my brain. Contestants, where in the world can you get a bulgogi footlong? That's right, a juicy footlong hot dog topped with seared marinated pork, aioli, pickled cucumbers, and nori. Can you find this in Seattle, San Francisco, or Los Angeles? Dylan, I will come to you first. What are you thinking?
Having visited Seattle and tried Korean food there, I'm going to go with Seattle.
Okay. Kimmy, what are you thinking? You seem very perplexed.
Yes. And here's why. And I feel like I can say this because I am Asian and I know that California has a heavy population of Asians. So it's a 50-50 shot between San Fran and LA.
Okay.
And I will have to go with San Francisco because that's what my heart is telling me.
Okay. Gotta listen to your heart. Joe, what's your heart telling you between Seattle, San Francisco, or Los Angeles? Where can you get a bulgogi footlong?
Well, here's my thing. I lived in LA for a long while. I feel like I would have heard about that, or I should have heard about that if that existed there. So I'm going to rule that one out. So it's kind of a 50-50 split, but it sounds weird enough where I'm going to go San Francisco.
Okay. All right. Well, you can actually find this delicious, delicious hot dog in Seattle.
Oh,
I know. Who'd have thunk it? We got more, though.
I'd have thunk it, Justin.
We will see how you do the rest of this. Where in the world? I figured it'd be a little too easy, but we'll see. A Nashville spicy hot honey chicken wrap. I'll give you one thing. It's not going to be in Tennessee. It's in one of these locations. It is either Houston, Washington, D.C., or Kansas City. Kimmy, I'm coming to you first. Where can you get tender chicken breasts tossed in Nashville spicy hot honey sauce and wrapped with shredded lettuce and tomato, served with kettle chips?
I'm going to go with good old KC because they know their sauces.
Okay. Joe, what do you think? Houston, Washington, Kansas City.
that's a tough one because spicy chicken has been spreading all over.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Houston would like the spice and it'd be something different. So I'm going to go Houston.
All right, all right. Dylan, we got one vote KC, one vote Houston. Are you gonna join anybody else's guess? Or are you gonna break away and choose Washington?
I could see Andy Reid really getting down on that. I'm going to go with Kansas City.
Okay, all right. Well, unfortunately, Andy Reid is very upset because they do not serve that in Kansas City. They actually serve it in Washington. Sad thing is you have to go to that terrible, terrible jail of a stadium to go and get it. I don't make the rules.
Dang.
It's a bad stadium. I used to live down the street. It's bad. Anyway, you know what they don't have in Washington? That's meatloaf sliders, baby. These house-made meatloaf sliders are topped with brown sugar barbecue sauce, ketchup aioli, and crispy onions on a mini brioche bun. I should not have put this round without having dinner. Where can you receive such a wonderful meal? Carolina, Minnesota, or Jacksonville? Joe, I'm going to ask you first.
I feel like Jacksonville over the years has struggled a lot as a franchise, and they're probably trying to make up for it with some good food. So I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
Okay. Solid theory, solid theory. Kimmy, what do you think?
Yes, two things. One, I say Minnesota because Midwest hospitality, but also since I'm Midwestern, would you like a bite of my strawberry and cream cheese tostitos?
I would, but I don't take bribes during the show. That should have been
I
offered
know.
before the show. Dylan, what do you think?
Well, I've
Carolina, Minnesota, Jackson.
messed up following Kimmy before, but meatloaf sounds good on a cold winter's night, so I'm going to do that.
All right, all right. Mom, get the meatloaf from Jacksonville. The correct answer is Jacksonville. 1 point for Joe. All right, we got two more left. This is wide open, and honestly, I'm getting hungrier with each one. So let's just hop into this next one. It's a fried mozzarella burger. Fresh brioche bun is piled high with fried mozzarella sticks, house-made marinara sauce, Angus burger patty, and pepper jack cheese. God damn, that's a wonderful heart attack waiting for you. Can you get this in Dallas, New York, or Las Vegas? Joe, you look the highest in the sky there out of all of our contestants, so I'm coming to you first. Where do you think you can get this burger?
Well, I love visiting Vegas, even though I don't always remember 100% of my trips there. I have a really good time. But one thing I always remember is there's a very, very unique food situation. It's got food choices from all over. So I'm going to go Vegas.
Okay. All right. Kimmy, what do you think?
I'm also going to go with Vegas because they are known for purposely giving people heart attacks. And if you want to get a heart attack, Vegas is the place to be.
Okay. Okay. Dylan, we got 2 votes, Vegas. Are you going to agree with the rest of the team here?
Marinara and mozzarella, only in New York, baby.
Oh, only in New York, unless it's served at the home of the Dallas Cowboys. The correct answer was Dallas. I stumped you. Val, I'm kind of getting them with this one, I think.
Yeah, this is maybe the most nobody getting points rounds ever.
Oh, no.
I don't know whether it's the people just don't like football anymore or these menu items are so batshit that they are literally mind-boggling.
I think they make no sense. Like, who would go to Jacksonville, Florida and order meatloaf?
Who would go to Jacksonville, Florida?
Great question.
Oh.
That's a good question, actually. Let's get to our last one and wrap up this round. We've done it all, guys. We've had a lot of different cheeses, a lot of different breads, a lot of different sandwiches, but nothing like a jalapeno popper sandwich. This is Johnsonville chorizo sausage strips paired with jalapeno, whipped cream cheese, and Sargento cheddar. Can you get this in Chicago, Green Bay, or Indianapolis? Timmy, you have 1 point, so I'll start with you. What are you thinking? Which Midwest
The third one. They're all Midwest cities. I'm just going to go with the third one and hope for the best.
Indianapolis?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Let go and let God. Dylan, what do you think?
Gotta go with Chicago.
Okay. Joe, you got two different votes here. You got Chicago, you got Green Bay, you got Indianapolis. Which one are you going with?
I'm gonna go outside of the others. I think people in Green Bay are nuts enough to eat what sounds like the most insane concoction I've heard of in a while. I'm going Green Bay.
All right. Listen, Aaron Rodgers doesn't play there anymore, but I may start if they start selling those sandwiches. The correct answer is Green Bay.
Yeah.
After one round, Joe is off to an early lead with 3 points. Dylan not far behind with 2. Kimmy, you just got one, which in a way, maybe you've just never wanted to have any of these things. So good on you for that. But you are in last place. But that's okay. Still plenty of game left. Now, we are in the middle of between our rounds. So we're going to hop into a redemption round here. And how this works is the person in second place gets the chance to get themselves some bonus points. But before we get to that, man, how could I forget? I talked about Dollar Value, our sponsor, but I haven't even talked about any of the prizes yet tonight. I am really slipping. I consider this the back to school prize pack, as we are all young Gen Zers heading back to school. So I figured I'd give you a couple things to throw in your backpack before you get off here. Now, the first thing you need, you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, because that's very important. You take a shower, you eat maybe a toaster strudel, and then you put on some clothes. One of those things you want to make sure you have on when you leave the house is this wonderful pair of no-show socks. That's right, no-show socks to stop your feet from sweating, but also to hide from everyone the fact that you're actually wearing socks. These are just one of your 3 prizes that tonight's winner will receive. Now, let's get to that redemption round. Second place, that is Dylan. Dylan, you will have 20 seconds to talk about a subject of my choosing, and at that point, it will be up to our wonderful chat whether you will earn 2 big points. Now, the topic is, actually, I'm going to a wedding in a couple weeks. Please give me the rundown on how I should be an upstanding gentleman at this wedding, but also still have a little fun. The time begins whenever you are ready.
Okay, so to have fun at a wedding and be an upstanding gentleman is you have to be the party police, okay? You have to be bringing people onto the dance floor. You have to be making good music recommendations to the DJ. If you see grandma out there looking sad and lonely as she's staring at that cold meatloaf, you get her up and you bring her out for a slow dance. People remember stuff like that, okay? That's how you have fun at the wedding. You put drinks in hands, you get people on the floor. That's all there is to it.
I'm actually impressed by that advice, but it's not up to me. It is up to the chat. If you're watching now, you should see a poll up. You need to decide whether Dylan will receive 2 big points on that wedding advice. While we got some time, while we wait for the results of that poll, Kimmy, how about you? Any wedding advice for me going into this one?
Yes, actually, I do. So one, you got to look your best. And by doing that, I would say bring props because everyone loves props. If you have a very fun hat or sorry, I would just say try to I don't know. I've never been invited to a wedding because I'm a horrible guest. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, please.
It's okay. It's okay. Your time will come. Your time will come. I probably get like one wedding in a year. So like, this is big for me. I got to make this happen. Joe, what do you think? Some wedding advice for me here. I got like 2 weeks.
All right. Every good reception has like 2 songs where everyone just gets super into it. That's when you live it up. Like if you want to leave your mark on a wedding, you wait for that moment where everyone's sitting on the dance floor and then you turn it on and you crush it. Normally one early in the night, normally one towards the end. So you got to save your energy.
That's fair. That's fair. Don't want to burn myself out. I got to figure out where I'm going to eat after, I guess. Anyway, the results of our poll are in, and Dylan, everybody thought that was really good advice, man. You will receive 2 big points, moving you into first place. Congratulations. But this game is far from over. It is time for for round 2. There it is. All right, contestants. We are doing another classic here. How much we talking? As I said, we are all young, youthful students headed off to school, and soon one day we will be lucky enough, maybe, to go to college. Now, college ain't cheap, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. I am going to give you a university, and you have to tell me how much tuition is for 1 year at this university. Whoever is the closest to the correct number will receive 3 points. Second closest will receive 2. Furthest away will receive 1. So I expect these scores to start bumping up like you're going to have to pay for a year at a private institution. Let's get this thing started. We are going to start with everybody's favorite Midwestern school to hate, Ohio State University. Exactly. I'm not even going to put that "the" in front of it because it's pretentious. How much is a year's tuition at Ohio State University? Kimmy, since you were in last place, I'm going to give you the honor of going last first. So Dylan, how much is tuition at Ohio State for 1 year? I'll give you one hint. It's a 5-digit number.
I would guess that 1 year of undergraduate tuition at Ohio State University is about $30,000 a year. And I got to say, that's a lot of money to watch them get crushed by Michigan in the game.
Ooh, Big Ten burn. I went to Maryland, so I can't talk shit. Joe, how much is tuition at Ohio State?
I'm gonna say it's a $35,000 ripoff.
Oh, that's a big ripoff. Kimmy, you've heard a couple different opinions on this. How big of a ripoff is a year at Ohio State University?
Well, I actually went to a Big Ten school in the Midwest, not Ohio State University, but it has written me off quite considerably. So I would say like 50K.
Ooh, 50K.
Inflation, economy, I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I hear those words on the daily every day. I still don't know how it works. Listen, the tuition at Ohio State University, this is actually pretty crazy, is $35,019. Joe, that's damn impressive. You're off by just $19, my man.
I forgot the 20 you have to slip them when you go in the front door.
That's how they get you.
They added in a pencil. That's the cost of one pencil at Ohio State. I was going to say a sweatshirt, but I'm like, probably not. Probably a little more than that. All right, let's move things over to the West Coast. The University of California at Los Angeles. How much is a year's tuition at UCLA? Joe, I'll start with you here. How much we talking?
Well, I'm very, very angry right now because I went to USC. So if there's one thing I hate in the world is the money that gets wasted on a bogus education across town. But I bet those fools pay about $42,000 a year for whatever that is.
I would say Pac-12 burn, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. Dylan, how much is tuition at UCLA?
I got to say, I'm not surprised Joe went to the University of Spoiled Children, but I think he's a pretty bright guy. So I'm going to go with $42,001 per year.
It is getting spicy. Thank goodness I went to a Atlantic school that no one cares about. Kimmy, how much do you think tuition is at UCLA?
Yeah, and props to Joe for throwing out that buzzword education. Like, what does that even mean anymore these days? But I just came back from LA, and I will say I just broke the bank just being there for a weekend. So I am actually gonna surmise 44K and a half.
So 44,500?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Wow, you guys were pretty close on this one again. The year tuition at UCLA is $44,830. Kimmy, 3 big points for you.
What a waste.
And by one whole dollar, Dylan will sneak by and get 2 points. All right.
Pays to come in second.
We are going to actually keep things a little bit local. You know what? This is a Chicago-based show. We might as well do one college out here. The University of Chicago. Oh boy, let me tell you what. This is going to be the most expensive of all of them on this list, believe it or not. Why? I do not know. Oh, maybe because Obama lived down the street or something, but that's neither here nor there. Kimmy, how much is a year's tuition at the University of Chicago? Do they even have a mascot? What's their thing?
Aren't they
My
Maroons or something?
The what?
Aren't they like the Maroons or something like that? Or like they're like a
What
color.
a bunch of nerds.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's better than like I went to the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, and
Oh.
our mascot is the letter I because the alternative is,
Yeah.
cancelable. I would have to say 60K. I'm just gonna
All right.
a little spicy.
60K, Jesus, that makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah, my
Or maybe I'm just hungry. Joe, how much do you think is a year's tuition at the University of Chicago?
As someone who went to a private university, couldn't afford it then, couldn't afford it now, I know it's skyrocketed. So I'm going to go even higher. I'm just questioning how high to go. I'm going to go $67,000.
67,000. Ooh, baby. That's a lot of nickels. Dylan.
A good $250,000 for education.
Yeah, because you'll pay it off eventually.
Maybe.
Dylan, what are you thinking? University of Chicago, 1 year. How much we talking?
Well, Justin, in my day job, I'm a data analyst. And a data point I happen to know is that the University of Chicago is projected to be the first university with $100,000 per year tuition. So I'm going to go even higher than my fellow contestants, and I'm going to guess that it is $75,000 per year.
Holy shit. Any idea when it's supposed to reach 100,000?
I didn't see that, but I could pull up a linear regression real quick and figure it out for you.
Ooh, also, apparently the mascot at the University of Chicago is Phil the Phoenix.
Yeah, I just looked that up too.
Oh, the
Sounds
It's better
cool.
than a turtle, Justin, you got to admit.
Whoa, absolutely not. You will fear and respect the turtle.
-8 points from Dylan.
Yeah, you got to get at least -1 for that. Come on. Come on. We got bullied into joining the Big Ten. Leave us alone.
I saw you guys at the big house. I got to say, you lost.
God dang it. -2 points.
Just going to keep digging.
Yeah, I know. Jesus. Speaking of digging, the cost of tuition at the University of Chicago, $62,940,000 goddamn dollars. What are we doing as a society? What are we doing?
We're doing everything wrong as a society. Let's be real.
Just be on the beach eating mangoes, but here we are paying $62,000 for a year of school. Yikes. Anyway, you know what would make me feel better? A warmer climate. Let's go down south to God's country, according to Ron DeSantis, Florida. The University of Miami. What do you think the tuition is there? Kimmy, I'll let you go first.
Oh man, Florida, America's weighing. I am gonna have to say maybe 42K.
Okay, fair enough. Dylan, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go a strong 27K. I think things are cheaper in Florida, but insurance rates are about to go through the roof, so they are going to be paying more.
Okay, got it. All right, Joe, you're in the lead. What do you think here? University of Miami.
This is tough because I do agree that, Florida might keep some of the costs down, but on the other hand, you're probably paying a Miami premium. I'm going to go with a smooth 33K.
I'm sorry, was that 33K?
33.
Got it. All right. Well, the price of admission at the University of Miami is $57,194. $1,000. That's the Mr. Worldwide Pitbull rate, if you ask me.
Whoa.
Boy, that's steep. That's steep, baby. Go Canes, I guess.
Thanks.
I know. Yikes, Rooney. All right, we've got one last college tuition to scare the hell out of you with, and we are going to go to the top of the top, the #1 rated university according to that one book that always did that thing with all the universities. That's Yale. How much is tuition at Yale? Dylan, you're in last place for right now for disrespecting the turtle. I'm going to give you a chance here to get a number out. What do you think?
I gotta say, it's probably about 63K, and you'll get a much better education there than you would at Maryland.
Well, that's not wrong. I can't take
It's just
away
me.
points for you being right. Darn it. All right, fair enough. Kimmy, what do you think? Yale, how much we talking?
Oh man. I'm gonna go with $110,000. So that's I can't do math. That's $1,100.
$110,006?
I think so. Did I do
All
it
right. A lot of zeros. Let's see. Joe, what do you think?
See, the thing with the Ivy, they've got their endowments and stuff, but that doesn't stop them from bringing cash in. I don't know if I'm going to go that high. I'm going to go with $72,000. That's where I'm going to go.
All right. Actually, somebody got pretty close. And that would be Dylan, because Yale University is $62,250.
Oh,
Just a hair less than University of Chicago. But you know what? Larry David didn't go to Yale. He went to Maryland because he's a real one. And at the end of round 2, Joe still in the lead, hanging on by a thread, but second and third place has switched as Kimmy has now slid into second with 12. Fear the turtle. All right. We've got one last redemption round before we get to our final round here. But before we get into that, ooh, baby, let's talk prizes because we still got 2 more to give out. Oh, man, let's say you're in school, you're in class, you're just sitting down. After you pull out your pen or pencil, the first thing you're probably going to pull out is this notebook. This green notebook that I realized was a bad decision to buy right now. Man, if I had a Yale education, I bet I would have chose a different color. But I bet if I do that, you can kind of see it. I'm John Cena. All right. That's 2 of your 3 prizes. And the final prize, you made it through the day. You made it through everything. You avoided the bullies. You even maybe gave that girl you like your phone number. But then you get home and oh boy, you's thirsty. It's time for a nice cup of Sunny D. And what better thing to put it in than this lovely glassware? That's right. You will receive 3 aqua tumblers along with these goddamn no-show socks and this notebook you cannot see if you are today's winner. What a prize pack. Man, doing the Lord's work. Somebody from Yale wouldn't give this stuff away. I'll tell you that much. All right. But it is time for our second redemption round. And wouldn't you know it, it goes to the person in last place, which is freaking Dylan. All right. You've well played. Well played. You know how this works. You'll have 20 seconds to talk about a topic of my choosing. Now, as we all know, we are in the middle of a very bitter writer and actor strike. But one of my favorite things to think about is how awkward the Oscars are going to be. Can you tell me which song you think is better and will stand the test of time more? Peaches from the Super Mario Brothers movie or I'm Just Ken from the Barbie movie? You have the floor.
I gotta say, when you put up 2 titans of the film industry like Jack Black and that Canadian Ryan Gosling, he just takes the cake. He's something else. He is different. Do you see Drive? Okay. Did you see The Place Beyond the Pines? Fantastic films. Jack Black, he's got bit parts in Mr. Show back in the day. We love him for that, but I can't go with him. You got to go Ryan Gosling.
All right. There you have it. Well, friends, we now must go to the chat to decide if Dylan will receive, oh boy, get this, 4 big points. The chat is up now. While we wait for the results of that, Joe, honestly, let's stay on the subject. Like, I'm Just Ken. Is it more of a song or a movement?
I'll tell you, I saw the Barbie movie, and I felt the Barbie movie, and I felt I haven't seen someone go for a part as hard as Gosling goes in that movie in so long, and that's what made it enjoyable. That's going to stand the test of time. People are going to be watching that 10 years from now and still talk about it. No doubt.
I hope so. It was great. I've seen it twice. Kimmy, thoughts?
Yeah.
In life.
So, I mean, we do have the movement, I am Kenough. So
I bought the sweatshirt.
Exactly. And you could actually buy it off the Mattel website. I'm not sponsored.
Sure did.
Another thing about it is the I'm Just Ken song had a battle scene. It had a whole ass dance choreo with the cast with scenes right in the front. So like, what more can you want? You got Bowser on the piano, fine, but you got like horses, you got arrows, you got choreo.
Fair. Also, not brought up in this, man. We can never forget Jack Black's random bit part in Mars Attacks. That's a favorite of mine. It was very silly and fair.
I liked him in Community for that one episode.
Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe we should talk about Jack Black roles. But there's no time. We got to reveal the results of this poll. Wouldn't you know it? I mean, anything Ken related. It's going to get you the dub. Dylan, you do receive 4 points. And because this is Stupid Game, Stupid Prizes, that means you get 2 points from each of your opponent's scores. I know. Life is hard, Barbies. I'm sorry. Now, this brings us to our final round. That shook up the game a lot, actually. But I believe in you both. Here's the thing, my little dummies. We are going to wrap this thing up. This game can still very much be won and lost in this very final round. We are going to be playing the game, Are You Still Watching? Since we don't have any new TV coming our way this fall, sadly, we're going to have to watch a lot of reality TV. Too much reality TV, I would argue. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you the name of a reality TV show. All you got to do is tell me whether it's a real reality show that's actually debuting this fall or a fake reality show that I found in a reality TV name generator that I put together just this weekend. This is going to be great. There are 5 shows in total. All you got to do is tell me whether it's a real show or a fake show. But here is the catch. You must wager the points you have currently. And let's say you wager 15 points. If you're Dylan, you have to tell me how many out of 5 you think you will get correct. And you must get exactly that number correct. So if you say 5, so if you say 3, better not get 2 right, better not get 4 right, better not get 5 right, better not get 1 right. You got to get exactly 3. All that being said, let's get into some wagers and some predictions. Dylan, we will start with you because you are in the lead with 15 points. How many points would you like to wager, and how many out of 5 do you think you will get right in this final round?
You know, last time we got to this point in the game, Justin, I had a commanding lead. I had dominated just like today. I blew it by being overconfident. So you know what? I got to be me, okay? 15 points, 5 out of 5.
We love a gambler. This show loves a gambler. God dang. All right. The gauntlet has been laid down, friends. Joe, you have 11 points. How many points would you like to wager, and how many questions do you think you'll get right out of 5?
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm going to hang on to a couple points. So I'm going to wager 9. Not because I'm not confident, but I want to hang on to a little bit. And then, there could be a goofy one in there. So I'm only going to go 4. But I feel like I know these.
Okay, we'll find out. Kimmy, you are in last place with 10, but you can easily win this game with the right prediction. I've seen people come from last place and win this thing many a time. How many points would you like to wager, and how many do you think you will get correct out of 5?
I feel like throwing up my toaster strudels right now. I'm so nervous. I really want to win this money that you promised us. I am going to play it safe, and I'm going to wager half my points. And I'm going to say that I will get 3 out of 5 right.
Okay. This is going to be fun.
Scared.
Our first reality show, The Real Housewives of London, bruv. The bruv is not part of it, but Real Housewives of London. Is this a real reality show that is coming this fall? Kimmy, since you have the most room to get something wrong, I'll come to you first. Is this a real reality show?
I want to phone a friend. I don't watch The Real Housewives.
That's a different show. We don't do that here. You can't afford it.
I don't think it's gonna be a thing. No. It's a no. It's a no for me.
It's a no. Joe, what are you thinking? Real Housewives of London. Is it a real show?
I have family members who watch Real Housewives. I do not. But I feel like they've talked about London, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Dylan, you have to get this right. It all comes down to this for the first of possibly 5 times. Is Real Housewives of London a real show?
No shot. 100% no way.
Okay. Interesting. Is that your final answer?
Locking it in.
Consider it locked in. And you are correct. While there is no Real Housewives of London, you can see Ladies of London on Peacock right now. That's Ladies of London on Peacock. Sponsor us. All right, our second one. At Home with the Furies. At Home with the Furies. That's F-U-R-Y-S. Not to be confused with At Home with the Furries, which will be a completely different show. Kimmy, is that a real thing? At Home with the Furies? Now I'm getting it mixed up.
Like Nick Fury? Like Nick Fury is going to have a reality show in my TV. No, any other Fury. So I'm going to say no, because I feel like he wouldn't want to make his life public like that.
Okay, well, he kind of did in Secret Invasion, but that's neither here nor there.
Fair.
I digress. Joe, what do you think? At Home with the Furies, real or fake?
I haven't heard of it, so if it's real, it's stupid. I say no.
Okay. Dylan, for the second time of a possible 5, it all comes down to this. Is At Home with the Furies a real show?
I agree with Joe. It's incredibly stupid, and that's why it's a real thing.
Wow. I'm scared of where this is going because At Home with the Furies is a real show. It follows heavyweight champion Tyson Fury from London, bruv, as he exits the ring and tries to embrace retirement with his family, including his wife Paris, father John, and his 6 children. That's At Home with the Furies, coming this fall to Netflix.
They have built-in A, B, D, C, E plots there. That's pretty smart.
That's true. That's smart. You got to build around a big family. And why not do it around the heavyweight champion of the world? Spoiler alert, he already has a fight coming up. So much for retirement. Unfortunately, that means that Joe, you didn't get any right so far, man, and you had to get 4. So you're going to lose 9 points. I don't know if there's a direct path to you winning this, but anything could happen. but I would say statistically, you may be out of it. But that doesn't mean we're not going to keep going. Our next reality show, Recipe for Disaster. Recipe for Disaster. Is that a real show, Joe? Because we're just in it for shits and gigs now. What do you think?
I don't know why I thought I'd get any of these right. Like, I feel like the dumber they are, the more likely they're right. That sounds like something I would make up as a joke. So, you know what? It's probably a show.
Okay, you got it. Kimi, Recipe for Disaster. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds like a 2-season hit on Netflix. And I say hit with all the sarcasm dripping from my mouth. So I say yes.
All right. Dylan, for the third of a possible 5 times, it all comes down to this.
Why do I set myself up?
Because you love the drama. You're like TNT in that way. Is Recipe for Disaster a real show?
You see, that sounds like something that a computer algorithm would put together. Those are very typical words. A Markov chain could put that together as a show. But that is also, the people who make these shows are probably pretty simple themselves. So it's a really tough call. But I'm going to have to go ahead and say Recipe for Disaster is a fake show. Oh, no.
Recipe for Disaster. 3 professional chefs compete to prepare spectacular dishes under absurdly adverse conditions. The studio transforms into a bizarre new world each week, complete with themed disasters that challenge the chefs in ways they've never imagined. That's Recipe for Disaster this fall on the CW. Unfortunately, that means, Dylan, the hubris has gotten you once again, my man.
How does this keep happening?
Oh, you are slowly becoming the Chris Paul of this show. Thank you, Val, for getting that. We can keep playing, though, because, oh boy, we still got 2 left. Our next one, Farm Rescue. Farm Rescue. All right. Dylan, still getting over the sick burn of blowing it once again. Is Farm Rescue a real show?
I think Farm Rescue is a real show, and John Taffer comes in and he tells you how you're setting up the milking machine for the cows wrong.
Joe, what do you think? Farm Rescue?
Yeah, they're rescuing farms at this point. I'll go, yeah, why not?
Kimi, you've got 2 right so far. You got to get at least 1 more correct of these last 2. Is Farm Rescue a real show?
I want to say yes, because even if it is a fake ass show that you and your generator made, I'm hoping that my yes will manifest it into reality.
Well, I guess I know what I'm going to work on later tonight. It's me putting together how Farm Rescue will work because it's a fake show.
Manifesting it.
Honestly, I'll get John Taffer on the line. Maybe that's a thing I can do. Maybe that's our way out of it, Val. We can get Farm Rescue exclusively on the Trident Network.
Done.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Our last show, UFO Cowboys. UFO Cowboys. Dylan, is UFO Cowboys a real show?
You know, every time I've encountered one of these and I've thought, you know, TV producers are pretty smart, I was proven wrong and I lost all my points because of it. So I got to say it's not a real show. Or it is a real show, pardon me.
Oh, okay. All right. Joe, what do you think? UFO Cowboys.
And there's 2 things every good American loves. It's UFOs and cowboys.
Yeah.
And I don't think producers could sleep on that $1 million concept for too long because it's sitting right there. So, yeah, they probably made that. Yes.
Kimi, you've already won, but if you want to sweeten your win just a little bit more, you'd have to get this one right. Is UFO Cowboys a real show?
I'm saying yes because once again, I want to manifest your fake ass show. It like UFOs and cowboys, like come on. That sounds like a dream right there.
Well, I've got some good news and bad news. The bad news, UFO Cowboys is not based on the 2011 hit Cowboys versus Aliens, but UFO Cowboys is very real, as UFO Cowboys follows a group of ranchers known as the Cowboy Skywatchers. They investigate extraterrestrial encounters and paranormal activity throughout the area of the American West known as the UFO Superhighway. Using ancient tracking techniques and modern technology, these cowboys study the mysterious happenings in the region legendary for its high number of supernatural sightings and disturbances. That's UFO Cowboys. It is a real show, and goddamn, I want to watch it now. And whoever wrote that, chef's kiss. Kimi, with 15 big points, you are tonight's winner. Way to get the job done. Even though you didn't have to get the last one right, you still stick the landing and get the win.
Oh my God, I get all the money. I get all the money and the cash.
Yeah, you'll receive the money, these socks, this notebook, these aqua tumblers, man, all of it is yours. Congratulations. Before we circle back to you and give you a chance to talk your shit, Dylan, I'm sorry. You did it again, my man. But it was great to have you on. It was great to see you risk it all once again. Honestly, we need more people like that on this show every month. Before we get out of here, anything you want to say to the internet, any shows you want to plug, anything you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Joe and I have a Conservatory One show at the Second City this Sunday at 6 o'clock. So if you want to come to that. And then I'm also teaching a course online at the University of Maryland on pitching your crazy idea as a reality television show. So I'm hoping to get a lot of students this year.
Go Terps. Joe, great having you on. Great playing. Fantastic job. Honestly, your knowledge of stadium food menus was immaculate. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I just want to say I do like to eat, and stadium or not, food is food. Food is good. I'll plug my TikTok at Penny Playground if you want to see any of my sketches or characters or stuff like that.
Hell yeah. All right. To quote the great Sean Evans from Hot Ones, we're rolling out the red carpet. There's only one camera, though. Kimi, congratulations. All this stuff is yours. Anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Yes. Thank you. For letting me win. Just kidding. I would like to plug my Instagram, because you can hit me up if you are ever looking for any kind of compositions for either stage shows, your podcast, your indie films, or your video games. It is Kimi _more. That is KIMI _MORE, like the Britney Spears song. And yeah, hit me up and we can talk music.
Nice. Man, those are some good plugs. All right, we did it. Val, anything you want to say from the Shadow Realm up there before we get out of here?
Just that you're all great.
Oh,
Well,
thanks, Val. Well, on behalf of myself, the contestants, Val and the Shadow Realm, thank you for watching Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes here on the Trident Network. As I said at the top of the show, come on back on Thursday night for pilot season. This show specifically will be back next month, September 18th at 8 p.m. That's all I got. I guess I got to go figure out what I'm going to wear to this wedding. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.